I will never understand why people say they don't like breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day.
Welcome to Crocs in the Kitchen. I'm Jessica.
And I am Brian.
Today we're going to be making for you some different breakfast recipes.
Yeah.
So Brian and I each have two that we like to rotate between, so we're going to show you how to do it.
So the first one I'm showing is the overnight oats. One of my go-to favorites. I usually enjoy this a few times a week because it is simple and I get to prep it ahead of time. It's very nice, very straightforward. Overnight oats is very easy to make. All you basically need is a half cup of oats, spilled everywhere, a half cup of almond milk, and then whatever seasoning you like. I have a half teaspoon of cinnamon and I have a half tablespoon of flaxseed ground up. And just add a dash of nutmeg. Stir it up. Make sure it is well incorporated. Because if you didn't know, cinnamon is hydrophobic, which means it doesn't want to absorb liquid. Now you just stick that in the refrigerator and let it sit overnight. After the oats have sat in your refrigerator overnight, you will see that they have moistened nicely. Just add whatever fruits you like. I am adding a nice banana. A whole thing. And I'm going to add some chopped walnuts. Thoroughly mix and enjoy.
My first recipe is going to be this fruit bowl, which is basically a bunch of frozen fruit and an apple put into a bowl. It's super simple and easy to take to work with you. For my fruit bowl, it is a very simple process. Basically take frozen blueberries, frozen raspberries, and some frozen pineapple, and put it all in a bowl. I like to make this before I go to work in the morning, and then by the time I get to work, it's thawed out and ready to eat. The acid in the pineapple actually helps keep the apple from turning brown. So I'm just gonna add my apple in now. And then you can just stir it to combine, or I actually am really lazy, so I like to put the lid on and just give it a good shake. So after you shake it all up, you will notice that the juices coat the apple and it's nice and pink in color. Also, I used a pink lady apple, which is kind of sweet but also kind of tart, and that's my favorite one, but you can use any kind that you like.
After that, we have two, count them two, toast recipes because it's toast and everybody loves toast. My toast is what I will call a banana butter toast. Because you got apple butter, this is banana butter. See, it's the same type of, there you get it.
Banana butter?
Banana butter.
I like to keep mine really simple, and so I have this fancy banana nut butter toast.
All in all, very good choices, and here's how they are made. We like to use this Ezekiel cinnamon raisin bread. It's my favorite. First, toast the bread. While your toast is toasting, you can get everything else ready to put on the toast. First, peel a banana. Next, I have a half teaspoon of cinnamon and half a tablespoon of ground flaxseed. And a dash of nutmeg. See? That's not so hard. Now mix. Once your toast is toasted, very simply, add the stuff onto the toast. Once on toast, eat and enjoy.
I like to keep my toast super simple because Brian makes his too complicated for me. So I just toasted up a piece of cinnamon raisin Ezekiel bread, like so. And then I take this mixed nut butter that is from Trader Joe's, and it's one of our favorite things to get there. We take that, and then I just literally will dip the knife. It's pretty runny. I'll just dip the knife in there and kind of let it run off, and then just take whatever amount like is left on the knife and put it on the bread. So you're just gonna take that and spread it across your bread, like so. So I only want like about a tablespoon, and doing it this way just helps me measure that out. So leave your knife coated with that nut butter for a second. Just leave it hanging out here while you open the banana. And Brian tells me that you're supposed to open bananas from this end. So let's see if that works. There we go. Apparently this is how the monkeys do it. So I'm going to open the banana and I'm going to slice it up and put it on the bread. So what I like to do is slice the banana with this knife that's covered in the nut butter, and then it just gets a little bit more of it onto the banana slices, which is always really nice. So this is not pretty, like I just messy, you know, this is just what I do every day. I just slice it like this, you know, trying to get all that on there, and then just kind of let it overflow the bread. This is not one of those like, hey, I'm gonna line up all these pieces and make it look pretty for you kind of things. You just roughly do that. And then you can see you got most of that nut butter off, which is awesome. And it will just add more flavor to the bananas. And that's basically it. There's my super fancy toast.
So as you can see, that was very easy to do. It's all simple recipes, but that's because you don't want to make breakfast too complicated. Yeah, maybe on a weekend or something you can make some super fancy breakfast, but for your everyday type stuff before you go into the office, this works very well. And that's why we enjoy it as such.
So let us know if you try any of these recipes, and if so, leave us a comment below and tell us how you liked it. Also, don't forget to follow us on social media. All of the links are in the description below. And if you have not yet, we would love it if you would subscribe, and then you can get more videos just like this one.
And click the bell notification.
Ding!
That's all I got.
That's all I got. That's all Peeps got. We're done.
Bye-bye.